So with that being said, let's move on now to the next non-Christian explanation, the conspiracy hypothesis. Maybe, after all, these apostles could have just told a big fat lie about the resurrection of Jesus. Is that a reasonable option to take? Well, even though some teenagers may come up with this idea, you should know that no serious scholar today holds this view. No serious scholar thinks that the disciples just made up or lied about the resurrection of Jesus. Why do they say that? Why is it the case that this is not a viable option anymore for New Testament scholars? Well, first of all, there's just a low probability of success here. Think about it, it's kind of crazy. How could these little fishermen overpower Roman guards or secretly steal the body of Jesus? And why would they even do so? I mean, these guys were timid, they were scared, their leader had just been killed, and now suddenly they're going to get up the courage to go and risk their lives and try to sneak past the guards and steal the body of Jesus. That's just insane. Secondly, there's no reasonable motive for lying. What possible gain could these guys get out of preaching a fraudulent resurrection? You go around telling a lie like that, you're going to find yourself in a lot of trouble. You're going to be killed, tortured, exiled from your family, from your community. This is a big deal. You run into a lot of trouble going around talking like that. There is no reasonable motive for someone to go and make up a lie about Jesus being risen from the dead. Thirdly, that the disciples' actions show they really believed it. The point here is that liars don't make martyrs. Nobody goes out and dies for what they know is a lie. Now, just because you die for a belief, that doesn't show that the belief is true, but that does show that you believe that it is true. So in other words, these apostles who died for their belief at least thought it was true, and therefore they could not have been lying. Finally, you have the problem of James and Paul. It is extremely improbable that unbelievers became lying believers. I mean, why would Saul the Pharisee lie? He was a persecutor of Christians. He's not going to go tell a lie on behalf of Jesus, nor is he likely to be sucked in by a hoax perpetrated by others either. And the same goes for James, the brother of the Lord. He didn't even believe in Jesus. He's not going to go tell a lie on behalf of someone he didn't believe in, nor is he likely to fall for some conspiracy either. As William Lane Craig says, I cannot emphasize strongly enough that no modern biblical scholar would for a moment entertain the theory that the disciples conspired together to steal the corpse and then lie about the resurrection appearances. It is utterly out of the question. The fact that this issue is still batted back and forth at the popular level is a sad testimony to the terrible lack of communication between the specialist and the man on the street. The theory has been dead for nearly 200 years. So look, in spite of what you might hear at work or on the internet by some lowbrow skeptic or village atheist, this idea that the disciples just stole the body of Jesus and then lied about his resurrection is completely absurd. No New Testament scholar holds to this. The idea has been completely discredited.